Some days in the forest felt playful, almost like the world was smiling back at them. The little girl in the torn red jacket, her tiny 6-month-old puppy, and the chattering squirrel were a familiar trio on these winding paths. Leaves crunched softly as they walked through the warm afternoon light, a small, happy family. The puppy would bound ahead, hopping over thick roots like they were hurdles in a game only he knew. Above, the squirrel raced along the branches, a furry blur against the green canopy. The girl laughed, her voice bright and clear, trying to keep up with her energetic friends. "Hey, slow down," she'd call out, her breath catching in her chest. And then, something new entered their path. The puppy, in the middle of a joyful leap, skidded to a stop. He sniffed the air, his ears twitching, suddenly alert. From behind a cluster of thick bushes, a small bear cub stumbled out. She was round, fluffy, and incredibly clumsy, tripping over her own paws and tumbling head over heels into a pile of leaves. The girl froze, her eyes wide, whispering to herself, "A bear?" The cub popped back up, shook the leaves from her fur, and sniffed the ground curiously. She wasn't fierce. She wasn't fast. She was young and very, very lost. When she saw the puppy, she let out a soft, playful huff and bounced forward, but then stopped abruptly, her head darting around nervously. She wanted to play, but every few seconds she'd pause, listening, searching, hoping to hear a familiar call that never came. A small, lonely whine escaped her, and the forest answered only with silence. The girl knelt down, her voice soft and full of understanding. "You lost your mama too, didn't you?" The cub pawed anxiously at the ground, nudging a fallen leaf as if trying to distract herself from her own sadness. The puppy, sensing a new friend, lowered himself into a playful bow. The cub tried to copy him, tumbling forward in an awkward imitation. The squirrel chattered nervously from the girl's shoulder, but didn't run away. Lost doesn't always look like fear. Sometimes it looks like play. Slowly, the girl rolled a pinnacone toward the cub. The cub tapped it, surprised, then chased after it with a happy grunt. A small smile returned to the girl's face. "It's okay," she said gently. "We're lost too." But then the cub stopped playing, her head lifting to sniff the air again. She turned in a slow circle, confused and wanting. She wasn't looking for friends. She was looking for her mother. The girl watched, her own smile fading just a little. "I hope she finds you," she whispered. The puppy pressed against her leg, and the squirrel climbed onto her shoulder, a silent circle of comfort. The cub finally sat down, tired from her search. She looked at the girl and her two companions, comforted by their presence, but still unsure. Instead of finding the one she lost, she found others who understood. The girl slowly backed away, giving the cub her space, her respect, and in that quiet forest moment, for lost hearts crossed paths. Each was searching for someone they had lost, but for a little while, they found comfort in each other instead.